There go some smooshy mics for you. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me? Holla if you hear me. Multi-stream. Check 1 2 1 2, and we are going live. Let me get my music manager up. Oop, I hope you like synth because we are going in deep today. Look at that synth wave. Alright, y'all let me know if you can hear that beautiful synth music. Trying not to move too much so I don't make too much noise. Let's check out the Twitch. Make sure everything is up and running. Trying to tell me my mic has no signal. We will soon find out. Profile says I'm live. Let's see. Nope, it's working. Okay, so Twitch is up and running. Facebook. Up and Adam Ant. Here we go. Slooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo-doo. If you're watching, like and share, it helps. Okay, thanks, boy. Editor. Oop, yep, can't see my hands, but you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Oh, the fan. You're catching the fan. That's what it is. There we go. There we go. That should work. Can you guys hear me on Facebook? There we go. There we go. Alright, let me share this real quick.
And the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men. Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. Let us all unite! Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will
There we go.
an old age of security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill their promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and
Alright, that's not sad at all. Alright. Ta-da! Twitch up? All right, phone's charging. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats, ho! Alright, if you're watching, you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear the music. I'm still trying to work all of the bugs out of this system. We're gonna go live in just 2 minutes. Full on live. Having fun talking live. Coming to you live. Figure out what I did with that little guy, because he is gone. All right, my minute is up. I am ready to paint. I hope you're ready for me. Coming to you. Boop. Hey, yay! All right, welcome to the Big Bad Nerd Dad stream. I am the Big Bad Nerd Dad, Mike. And I am super excited to be back streaming and painting and talking about some of my favorite games and some new stuff. First, let me get my commercials out of the way. I'd like to thank my sponsors, the Aegis Creative Company, who's been helping me out since I started this journey 7 years ago. And they have been behind me 100% every step of the way, helping me out with my all of my 3D printing needs, a lot of my gaming needs. So I am very, very thankful for them. I would also like to thank the Board and Brew. Board and Brew Games is a game store here on the northeast side of Houston. I'm in Houston, Texas. If you're new, hi. And they support me by letting me have a safe, fun place to go play games with my kids, learn how to play new games, and then giving me support through different products. One of those products I'd like to talk to you about today. I just got this in my hands. It just got released from the Kickstarters. So I'm very, very, like, this is all brand new. This is new stuff. It just got sent out to its Kickstarter backers. I did not back this Kickstarter. And if you didn't, that's okay. But you're gonna wanna get your hands on this RPG. This RPG is called Garbage and Glory. It is super cute. It is about playing as raccoons. And so you get to be a fun little raccoon in a raccoon world. Let me read the back to you. Garbage and Glory. Heed the call to adventure. Gather around to tell the story of raccoons going on adventures with this complete all-ages game. Grab your tin armor or your rubber band bow to explore the overlooked corners of the land for forgotten trash and lost wonders, to recover the garbage you need and earn the glory you desire. You'll have to negotiate with other creatures and search dark and lonely places. Always looming is the threat of discovery by the huge ogres who jealously guard all the best junk. Will your story be one of surprising setbacks or great triumph? For Garbage and Glory is a complete +1 system rules. It's got its own rule set. Like, it's not Tiny Dungeon like I normally play. It's not Savage Worlds or 5th edition. It's its own rule set, and it's actually really neat. I want to show a little bit here in a second. The Garbage and Glory core book has 8 different callings, so that's like their classes, which are really cute and neat. There's weapons, magic, and crafting rules. There's a lot of crafting in this RPG, because you're going out as little raccoons trying to make your way in the world and finding things and doing stuff. 25 threats, including the Smash Can, Rat Bandit, and Goose Dragon. And then this book also contains 3 little adventures. So they have 3 adventures in here. I have not given this a full once over so I can give a review. This is just me showing this neat little product that's come out, and I already highly recommend getting it because it's different. There are so many tabletop RPGs out there that do the exact same thing. They're 5th edition, or they're just a skin of something else. This is something really neat and really inventive with their garbage and glory mechanics, where you're telling a story. Like you're playing it as a tabletop RPG, but you're also telling the story. Like you take a step back and you tell the story of what's going on, you and the other players at the table. Hey Brett, thanks for liking the stream. The callings are neat and cute little ways to say classes. And so, like, let me switch views, double webcam. So, for callings, here goes a disposal expert. Proper disposal is all about being in the right place at the right time. For me, the right place is well away from any troubles. I set snares for the unwary. I'll keep the arrows and the quips flying. I'll stay a reasonable distance away from any potential threats. Unless it's a weird mushroom, then I totally want to see it up close. Ooh, the dumpster diviner. I serve the pile. I consult the mystic offerings wherever they appear and seek to share these gifts and the divine wisdom they impart with all. I believe one day we will understand why the pile wishes to test us with the ogres who constantly loot our temples. It is not our place to question the will of the pile, who giveth daily and taketh away in its own good time. Like, these are super cute. Mess Magus, Pile Champion. Like, it's just a very different role-playing game, and I'm gonna try it out. I'm actually gonna run some games for Board and Brew here pretty soon. Board and Brew set me up with a full Kickstarter bundle, so I got the core rulebook, I got some limited edition Garbage and Glory dice. I don't know if they glow in the dark. I'll let you know later if they glow in the dark. I don't think they glow in the dark. I think they're just this really neat, far out funky colors. They got little hands and little raccoons on them. I only guess I don't see a 6 on here, so the raccoon must be the 1 or the 6. Oh, and then there's a neat mechanic here for Garbage and Glory where you use 2 deck of cards. So kind of like Savage Worlds, where you use a deck of cards for initiative and things like that, but this +1 system uses 2 decks of cards, one for garbage and one for glory. So they'll do different things. Specifically for the garbage deck, you're constantly searching for resources. You're looking for items so that you can make new weapons, upgrade your weapons, make armor, and different things like that. Which I found very, very interesting, because I am constantly looking for something new and different to play, and that has a different feel to it. The RPG that I've been working on, or the setting, Lunaria, uses almost the same mechanic, where you're constantly looking for materials to cast your alchemy, because there's no magic. Like, alchemy is finite. If you run out of materials to cast your spells, you're done. There's no divine spells. There's no calling on extra help using spell slots. It's if you do not have the items, you can't cast your alchemy. So it was neat to see things like this, where you're searching your little your little raccoon is trying to find more and do more. So I was like, all right, I'll definitely take a look at this. And so again, Board and Brew was very gracious and set me up with a Kickstarter bundle of everything that is currently out. And then if you go to DriveThruRPG, they have their free RPG Day module out for free on the DriveThruRPG. So I picked that up as well. I always leave a little tip because it's courtesy, and I think it's a good idea because they're providing you with, you know, a really well written module, stat blocks, the one that they have for free RPG Day has pre-generated characters in it. So I'm going to print off that a couple times and then reprint or copy the pre-generated character so that I can run this with my friends. Because the character creation looks really in-depth and crunchy and fun. But I think that just to learn how to play the system, just run it with some pre-gens, you know, have some fun. So now that we've done our commercials and talked about a fun new RPG, let's get into the nitty-gritty of painting. For years, I have wanted to play Blood Bowl. I actually have a Blood Bowl team. I've shown them before. I believe I painted them on stream last year. My little orcs that I'm very proud of. My little orcs that I'm very proud of. I do need to base them. Double up. My Houston Boilers. Never got a chance to play them. Hey, Josh Fernandez, thanks for liking the stream. Haven't had a chance to play them, but I am going to. The third season. So they announced last week that the third season of Blood Bowl is coming out. It's coming out with a new starter box, a bunch of new stuff, and I have had these lizard men sitting for almost a year now, just waiting to be assembled and primed and painted. So we're gonna start the painting today because I'm very excited. I want to get these guys painted and on the pitch. So what was explained to me was that the newest edition of Blood Bowl is not going to be too different from the current edition. They streamlined a few rules. They've streamlined some wording so that it's easier to understand, which I'm all about. I want these lizardmen to look a little darker and dirtier. The Blood Bowl teams that I've seen are always just a little rough. Yeah, right, because they're playing. They're basically playing football. In a torn up, distant land. Alright, so these were all just normal Games Workshop gray. I primed them black, and now we're going to use the slap chop method on them. So I'm just going to dry brush these bad boys. And again, I really like the slap chop method because it's easy, it's fast, it'll give me great results in a very short time. Really lets you see all the details on these guys. Very easy. Oh, hit the camera. Take it easy. And I really like the sculpts. I've always liked the lizardmen. My good friend Kevin gave me a huge lizardmen Age of Sigmar army, unpainted but completely assembled, and I need to paint those up eventually. It's a lot. It is a lot of models. It is a lot to deal with, but when somebody gives you an army, it's just common courtesy to play it, paint them up, play it, have a good time. That's all we've ever really been interested in, playing games and having fun. And Games Workshop just does a really great job with their models. These little guys are actually incredibly easy to put together. They came with a very easy layout. I've assembled them on stream very easily, and I definitely like the way that they fit and were put together. Take away. Oh no, I knocked his hand off. That's okay. Paint that up. We will reattach it in a second. Very easy, very simple. Whoop. There we go. Easy fix. A little bit of glue. Alright, and the armor's reattached. Easy peasy, a lemon squeezy. We're going to set him to the side, let him dry. Grab another little skink. So I was doing research because I've never played Bloodbowl before. I mean, I've had a couple of practice games, but this is meant to be played in like a league play or a tournament, a daily tournament. Because your characters or you gain money with each game that you play, and then you can invest in your players and make them better or buy different things. Oh. Boop. There we go. Because the third edition, or the third season is what they call it, because the third season is coming out like really soon. I believe they said it's going to come out in October. I'm actually getting a bunch of my friends together to learn how to play the game, because the game isn't going to be much different. Again, they're just streamlining a few things. I've already put into my game store, Board and Brew, to special order me the starter. I want to paint up the armies in the starter, and have those at the game store. But I'm also going to paint up another team, and we're going to do a raffle because I want to raise some money for the Houston Food Bank. Lulu has been telling me a lot lately that she wants to help and do something and feed the hungry, and I absolutely want to be a part of that. I absolutely want her to want to do things and do the things that I've done for years. So we will be building, painting, and raffling off a Bloodbowl team, and that will be for the Houston Food Bank, coming up here pretty soon. Running, and the beat keeps running. All right, I think he's been slapped enough. Right, mixed. I like that you can look at this guy. Very simple, very easy. And I'm not going to do anything super extravagant with the characters. Like, I've seen people paint them like actual lizards and frogs and salamanders and things like that. I'm going to give them a nice paint job, but I'm not going to make them look super high detailed because that's just not what I want for these specific football players. I want them to look gritty and like they've been through a couple of games. Like they've been beaten up on the field. Something else that I noticed while I was trying to get everything ready was I am missing a model. I have no idea where my other little chameleon skink went, but I noticed that when building the rosters and looking up things, it's really only wanting you to build a 5 skink team. So I'll be running 6 Saurus blockers, 5 skinks, and then I'm getting my hands on a Croxagore, and that'll be added in at a later time, because that's, again, when you play this game, you're supposed to be playing it in tournament play or league play where there's like a progression to it. So that all the characters can like level up and get special abilities and play a little bit better. If the game is going well for you, if the game is going, if the league is going bad for you, you still get to have fun and do football-y things, but sometimes you don't get as much money and your players can die. And then you have to buy new ones. Oops. Drop my paintbrush on my favorite shorts. Accidents are how we know we're human and alive. Taking it just a little too much. I am going to be careful with his arms because I already knocked off a set of arms today. Alright, in between the Skinks and the Saurus Warriors, I'm going to take a break and do these little tokens. We got these little chubby little croak tokens. I'm just going to paint those straight solid gold, but just dry brush them so they look a little antique-y. So keeping with the tradition of my Houston Boilers, my orc team that I have that is in the old school powder blue Boilers jerseys, I will be doing another Houston football team. And everybody remembers, or everybody knows the Houston Texans. I'm a hometown guy. I love my hometown teams. Even though we rarely ever go anywhere or do anything. Rockets are cool for 2 years and Astros were cool for a bit. And while I love the Houston Texans because they are from Houston, Texas, I am just not a fan of their jerseys. But I do remember when I was younger, my dad taking me to Houston Arena football, and we used to have a team called the Texas Terrors. Oh man, they were so cool because their mascot was like a Frankenstein, and their colors were black and purple, and I was just like, man, that would be such a neat paint scheme. I'm gonna go with that because a lot of these guys are gonna be green, so I believe the purple and the green will have a lot of really good contrast. And the black will look neat alongside that. I think he's done really good. Alright, all my skinks be finished. Actually, I see this guy and I want to paint right in there. There we go. Same model, same guy, same model. Right in there. Okay. Now we're going to switch over and paint my little tokens. Not to be confused with My Little Pony. My little pony, my little pony. Hey, Rich Gonzalez, thanks for liking the stream. I just saw that. Thank you. Again, if you're watching the stream, listening to the stream, wherever you found me on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, thank you very much. Like, share, comment. Every little bit of interaction helps the algorithm so that other people can find me. I hosted a family board game night Saturday night at Board and Brew Games, and somebody saw my stuff. Somebody that I had never met before. His name was Edwin. Edwin, if you're watching, thank you very much for coming out. Welcome to the Big Bad Nerd Fam. Edwin came out, played some board games with us, played some board games with my little girls, and it was nice. All right, there we go. Get that rich, delicious gold. I like gold. I'm gonna take some of that. Take some of that. I'm just going to brush this little guy. See that? Boop. Focus. These are neat little one-piece models. Not bad, right? Like the way that looks. I might pick out a few more details later and jazz it up a bit. But it's funny because he's got these like little booty cheeks right here. Blap. All right. I like that a lot. All right. One down. Actually, I don't think I painted the back. Get the back real quick. Let me get that face. Boop. Good to go. Next one. Nice and easy. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy. Yep. Flip them over. Alright, cool. Both of my little trackers are done. Ooh ha ha. Alright, now my big boys. Alright. So these are my Saurus blockers. I believe that's what they're called. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, Saurus blockers. And just like the skinks, I'm going to do a nice dry brush all over them. Trying not to get complete coverage, because I want those contrasts of light and dark. See that? Right. A nice little dry brush all the way around. Now we'll start working on all his upper torso. Gotta be careful with his necklace, because that's a single piece that can be easily knocked off. Y'all know how heavy-handed I am. All right. He is exactly where I want him to be. Again, we don't want full cut when you're doing this dry brush portion. You don't want full coverage. You want the little bits, the recesses, to be back. That way, when you drop the speed paint on it, it flows and gives it even more detailed highlights, gives it even more detailed shading. I just did that one. I want to do a different one. This guy. All right. Plain black. Oops, I did it again with your heart. I'm excited I get to play Dungeons and Dragons with my guys this Saturday. We've been playing in this campaign for, I'm thinking, like 2 years now. Always a good time when we play D&D together. There we go. Get inside the nooks and crannies. Perfect. And just do that one. A different one. There we go. Alex, thank you so much for liking my stream. I just saw that. Really appreciate it. We're painting lizards. Lizard men for a game called Bloodbowl. It's basically football, American football, not anywhere else football. Football. On camera, right? That helps. Oh no, there's Abby. Abby wants me to paint these bad boys like the Detroit Lions. Abby, no. We are going to do a different team. And if you win the raffle, if you donate enough, we will paint a team up as the Detroit Lions. And then I can show you how to play. These guys are going to be painted up as the Texas Terrors. Detroit Lions. I don't think so. Or what was the other one? Michigan State University. I don't know what it was. Something Michigan. Out of her mind. Esmeralda, I see you watching. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Y'all guys, if you're watching, be sure to like, share, comment. Do something. Helps my algorithm, helps me reach more people. Abby's been trying to get me to paint a team. Like any team from Michigan. It doesn't even matter what team she was. All right. Okay. All right, that lizard man is done. All right, 3 more. 3 more to go. Oh. Oh, you know what movie I saw last night that I forgot how good it was? Lost Boys with Kiefer Sutherland, the Coreys, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim. Man, it was a good movie. Boop, there we go. Get it in focus. Like, I'll never understand why people like Twilight vampires when Lost Boy vampires are way cooler. All right. Done. All right, one more to go. Wait, I lied. 2 more. Woo. This is a friendly reminder that in the next few weeks we'll be starting up our charity drives, to do our charity stream for Black Friday. We need help with food sponsors, we need help with drink sponsors, we need help with game sponsors. I'll be posting a list of all the games that we'll be playing for the charity stream so that people can sign up. There we go. All right. A little side-by-side comparison. Abby over on Facebook says, on YouTube says that Lost Boys is less glitter, and glitter is everything. Okay, Abby, we can't listen to you anymore. They can't trust your, can't trust your judgments. Right. And again, I did not take any before or after pictures because I am out of my zone. But that's okay. All right. So we have officially dry brushed all of our linemen. Next week we will be finishing off the slap chop method using pretty much just these colors. Bloop. Again, I really like the speed paints. They've helped me out a lot. I'll be doing all of these Saurus Warriors and Skink Linemen, Skink Runners and Chameleon. And hopefully by then I'll get my Croxagore in, and I will do the Croxagore as well, so that we can have a big one to paint on stream. Abby, I just saw your comment about trusting your judgment, and it's a day-to-day thing. It's a day-to-day thing. But I want to thank everybody for watching today. I hope you had a good time. Keep your eyes posted on the Big Bad Nerd Dad Facebook page for more family board game nights. We'll be doing some family role-playing game nights, more more RPG boot camps, and I am putting all of my RPG boot camps into short 30-second TikToks that I will be releasing regularly over the next few months. If you get a chance, pick up your copy of Garbage and Glory, the raccoon role-playing game. Just came out off of its Kickstarter. You can get PDFs for it off of Drive-Thru RPG. If you had a good time, please hit that like button, share, tell your friends about me. I'm out in the community gaming. We're just 2 months away, we're about 2 months away from our 24-hour charity stream for the Houston Food Bank, where I will be playing board games and tabletop role-playing games, and hopefully a little bit of Commander. I can only hope a little bit of Commander for my 24-hour charity stream. Thank y'all very much for watching. I had a great time. Please remember that I love you all very much. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, or go over to my Facebook page and ask away there, and I'd be more than happy to answer them away. All right. I love you. Have a good night. And remember,